Begin the news at 6 with breaking news. We learned a beloved local meteorologist died in the plane crash in Gem County today. CBS2 News reports their chief meteorologist Roland Steadham and one other person died when a small plane crashed into the Payette River. It happened this morning west of Montour. CBS2 says Roland leaves behind his wife Erin and his 6 children and his grandchildren who he loved so much. They say he had a small aircraft in Emmett and was widely respected as an accomplished pilot. Roland shared his love of flying with the community. So much more to say about him, and we will bring that to you later on the news at 10. But we want to get to News Channel 7's Christian Lopez, who's here in studio after being out at the scene all day. Christian, you talked to people there who had just talked to him this morning.
Yeah, when we got to the crash site, one of his friends was there because he grew concerned when he heard that there had been a crash because he knew that Roland had left in the morning and he hadn't gotten back, so he went to the site himself. And while we were there were a lot of other people that came by because they started speculating that they thought they might know who this was, so they were there on the scene. In fact, we talked to an aviation teacher who said that Roland had just been in his class talking to his students, and we talked to him too, and he said that it was just shocking to the community.
I'm sure that for so many people who know Roland, people who may be watching this right now, again, shocking. And, you know, I know you talked to people on the scene who did believe that it was him because they hadn't heard from him. What was it like out there, and who came out that you spoke to? And
you can see the videos right there because they were trying to pull the plane out of the ice, but preliminary reports show that the small plane crashed into the power lines before it plummeted into the frozen lake there, and you can see them trying to get it out. It was really emotional, and there were several agencies that responded to the scene that were there assisting, and we got sound with that aviation teacher who I mentioned, who said that he just saw him when he was there talking to his students, and this is what he had to say.
We're just all in a state of shock, really. I just kind of came up to see if I could lend any support. Obviously, we got a good team of first responders here with Gem County Fire and Rescue, and there's nobody better to be on the scene, but it's just tragic. It's a sad day for us.
So, Christian, this is obviously still under investigation, but what do we know so far about what happened?
Yeah, they're not releasing a lot of information right now. We've been trying to gather as much as we can. We know it happened around 11 o'clock in the morning, and as we know, it also caused thousands of people to lose power earlier in the day, too. But they're not really releasing much other than what we know is that it hit the power lines and then it hit the frozen lake. So we're still working to try to get more from officials.
The wing of the plane is what we're hearing, hit the power line, clipped it, and then went into the Payette River.
Yeah, that's what we know so far. Still trying to gather more information, but you know, those images as well, you can see several people responding, trying to get it out, and just a really terrible situation.
Yeah, Christian, thank you for bringing us the latest. We really appreciate it. And again, our hearts go out to the CBS2 News family, to the entire media community here in the Treasure Valley, and to Roland's loved ones as well. The Idaho Aviation Association released a statement today reading, "Today we will reassess our love for aviation. Today we are challenged to understand the how and whys of what we are passionate about. Today we will mourn for the loss of an aviator and friend who is living his dreams, bringing aviation to the forefront of discussion and to the public on many platforms. We lost a frequent face that was always present in our local community of aviation. Of all the discussions ahead as to how and why the important message is simple, we lost a good one. Godspeed to the pilot and passenger, and bless their families."